Hey, what's good, champions? Arian, Tyson here. Wanted to shoot this video today because I was at the gym this morning and something crossed my mind. And what I like to do when I work out, I like to listen to specific type of music. And it normally depends on what day of the week it is, just because of my mood and how my energy is. And nevertheless, I had to make sure I got it in. And so I was listening to some old school hip hop. Now, I grew up on Run DMC, Rakim, LL Cool J, who's one of my top 5 hip hop artists of all time, dead or alive. Ice Cube, who is my all-time favorite, the late great DMX, who I had the privilege and honor of meeting when I was 19 years old. And it's just crazy to know that, this brother's not here. But I always thought that X was just, he was a rare breed. And he was someone that, poured into me and that I had a privilege to talk to, on a personal level back in December of 2002. But I love Public Enemy, specifically Chuck D of Public Enemy. And Chuck D said something once that really resonated with me and has resonated with me ever since I heard it years ago. And this is what he said. So I believe in giving credit where credit is due. And so Chuck D said this: if you can't change the people around you, change the people around you. Now, when someone hears that, initially it may go over their head, because what does that mean? It literally means that as you're leveling up and as you're going to another level, as you are encountering experiences and, obtaining wisdom and knowledge and so on and so forth, unfortunately, because we want to take everybody that started with us along for the ride, people get to a point where they get satisfied, they get complacent, and they stop because they get comfortable where they are. And so it gets to the point where they're satisfied with where they are, but you're not, because you know that there are levels to this. And so you can't have your growth stunted because they are comfortable. You have to continue to go after it. And in the process of doing that, it's just like climbing the mountain. It's always room at the bottom. It's always room at the starting line. But as you continue to climb, as you continue to go up, you're going to see people start falling off. And in order for you to keep going, and in order for you to keep staying focused and keep grinding to be able to finish the race or obtain the goal or to complete the objective, you're going to have to find yourself surrounding yourself around people that may not have started with you. And everybody that starts with you is not going to finish with you. So when Chuck D said, if you can't change the people around you, change the people around you, then what happens is you have to get to a point where you remember your worth, remember your value. And the only way that you're going to be accepting of the true change that has to happen in order for you to get to the next level, it's an inside job. Real change is an inside job, and it starts with you. It starts with you, because the relationship that you have with yourself, whether it's consciously or whether it's unconsciously. It sets the tone for every other relationship that you will ever have, whether it's a friendship, whether it's with your parents, whether it's with your siblings, whether it's with your spouse or significant other, whether it's with your children, if you're fortunate enough to have children, whether it's with those that you work with on a regular basis. It sets the tone, your relationship with yourself. And the problem is many people don't value themselves. Many people don't love themselves. We see it running amok right now in 2021. We see it. They don't love themselves. So if you don't love yourself, it is practically impossible for you to be receptive of someone who loves you. You can't even reciprocate it back because you don't know how. But it's not enough for you to not know how. Are you willing to learn? Because if you're not willing to learn, there is nothing anybody can do. There is no amount of love that some man or some woman can give you that's going to eradicate the fact that you need to learn how to love yourself. And it's just that simple. And one of the best loves is a type of love that makes you a better person. But in the process of making you a better person, guess what? It does it without changing you into someone other than yourself. And you see people, and you've heard stories of people losing themselves for a relationship, which is utterly ridiculous. Now, it's important that you get out of your own way, but that doesn't mean that you lose yourself. And the problem is people are doing more of the latter than they are the former. So what happens is you are only going to be as good. You're only going to be as great as the people that you surround yourself with. Because eagles fly with eagles. Eagles don't fly with pigeons. So understand that you have to sometimes get to a place in space when you say enough is enough, you have to be brave enough and bold enough and honest enough with yourself to let go of those things, those people, those environments who keep weighing you down. And if you heard me say this before, if you watch my videos over the years, if you're bold enough to tear somebody down, be bold enough to build them back up. And people are staying in toxic environments, toxic situations, toxic relationships, dealing with toxic family members. And they're wondering why they're not further along or why they have regressed and they've seen no progress whatsoever. At some point, you have to say enough is enough. And everyone gets to the point where they say they're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Some faster than others. Last thing. Everybody wants to be successful. But here's the thing about success. Success will create a crowd around you in life. Loneliness in life will create space for you. But it's the tough times in life that will create the true person in you. You really see what you're made of, and you really learn who you are when you encounter adversity, when life punches you in the mouth, when life brings you to your knees, when life knocks you down and you land on your back. It's the tough times that reveal who we really are. It's the tough times that reveal who's really in our corner or who's just taking up space. Tough times don't last. But if someone is willing to stand with you, or if someone comes in your life during a tough time, then if they can hang with you in the tough times, then they can hang with you when you're successful. They can hang with you when you get to victory road. So I wanted to share that with you. Hope it was of value to you. If you haven't already done so, feel free to like, comment, and share this video with someone. If you haven't already done so, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always in life, you have two choices. You can make moves or you can make excuses, but you most certainly cannot do both. It's yours truly, Arian Tyson, the Moving Motivator, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.